So today we have a few sections. We've got our warm-up, we've got a technical round, we've got a little bit of a body weight exercise round, and we're going to finish with some kicking drills. So each round is about 4 minutes in total, with each different thing that we're doing rotating every minute. And we're going to start with our warm-up in just 10 seconds time, and all I'd like you to do to start with is just get up on your toes, and we're going to swing our arms in and out. Let's go. So we're going to get up on our toes, jogging on the spot, and we're just going to swing our arms in and then out, okay? And we're going to go for 50 seconds. Halfway through, we're going to change it, so instead of going side to side, we'll go up and down. So the idea is, we're just trying to get our heart rate up, get our body moving, and like I said, today, the first technical round is going to be some footwork stuff, okay? So that's halfway through, so we're going to go up and down. Keep yourself moving. Awesome. Well done, keep going. Okay, we've got 10 seconds. The next one we're going to do is walkouts. So we're going to squat our way down and walk our hands all the way out. So back nice and straight, remember to breathe, squat all the way down, hands go to the floor, walk all the way out, okay? When we get halfway again this time, we're just going to put a push-up on there. So down and out. And back in and back up. Down, out, in and come up. Okay, put the push-up on there now. So down, push up, back in, and go from there. If you need to drop the knees on the push-up, not a problem at all. All the way out, and then all the way back in. Last one from here, down, out, and back in, and back up. Okay, next one again, we're going to go at a fast rate. We're going to do high knees standing, and then down for mountain climbers. So high knees on the spot, and again when we get halfway, we'll go in that push-up position, and we'll do the exact same thing. So again, trying to get those knees above your hip height. We're trying to get that heart rate up. Remember to keep breathing. Okay, halfway, down, knees up. Again, I'll show you from this angle. Trying to get those knees, trying to keep those shoulders above your hands. All the way to the feet. Last one, we call it the world's greatest stretch. So wide lunge, I'll show you from here. One hand down, I go up, and then try and get this hand or elbow all the way down. On this side, again up, and all the way down. So from this angle, up, and then back in. And keep breathing. Switch, up, and down. Switch, all the way to the sky, and all the way down. Keep breathing. We've got 6 seconds. One more. Okay, so the first technical round, we're going to work some footwork movements for the first minute, and then what will happen is we'll work 2 rounds on footwork, and then we'll add some techniques to those same rounds for the next lot. Okay, so just 4 minutes in total. Excuse me. And the first one you're going to do is whichever way you want to go. If I'm going to move to my left or right for the camera, if I'm going to move to my left foot will start. If I want to move to my right foot will start. Okay, so we're just going to go feet shoulder width apart, step back into your stance. If I go this way, 1, if I go that way, And you'll notice if you can hear that sound, it's like a step and a drag. Rather than step and lift, I'm going to go step, drag, okay? So to start with, you're moving in any one of those directions, forwards, backwards, side to side, just working a small step. So step, drag, drag. Try and keep your hands nice and high, but everything is nice and relaxed. And whichever way I go, remember that the foot closest to that direction is going to move first. Okay, so moving and rotating. And the idea is not rotating, not your shirt. From there, I'm just going to move backwards, forwards, side to side, and keep making sure that I'm taking small steps. I'm not going big and wide. I'm just taking small steps as I move myself around in this space I've got. For the time being, keeping myself facing that same way. Okay, so now we're going to add a pivot on. Okay, so you're doing the same thing, but now you've also got step and pivot. So we'll do it at the same time. So I can go step and pivot, forwards, sideways, backwards, step and pivot, step and pivot. Okay, so I would imagine that something in front of me, and wherever that thing moves, I'm going to try and keep facing it. Okay, so I'm always facing this imaginary thing, basically. Step, again, step, pivot, and move yourself around. So my feet are doing all the work. If you fancy it as well, you can, of course, switch your stance over. But again, I'm moving small steps, always thinking about my position, my stance. Again, forwards, and so on and so forth. So now we're going to go back to the first one, and we're just going to add a jab cross. Now you can do your jab and your cross either when you land or as you're moving. So I can either go 1, 2, 1, 2, or I can start it as I'm moving. So if I want to move back, jab cross. If I want to move left, jab cross. If I want to move this way, jab cross. Or I can finish 1, 2, finish 1, 2. Try both, okay? And again, jab cross is front hand, back hand. Every time I land, make sure you're in a good stance, the same stance you're in elsewhere, and then just going straight forward, straight backwards. 1 and 2. If you want to try and get them going at the same time, it's a little bit trickier, but not impossible. You can just slow it down a little bit if you need to. Again, we're just sticking with forwards, backwards, side to side, and now we're going to put the pivots on. So same thing, but now you're going to start to pivot. So again, 1 and 2 as I start to turn. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Okay, just stick with the jab cross, what I'm doing, and fire wherever I want. Again, pivot, I can step, spin, 1, 2, and fire from there. Okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And when you're pivoting, you're thinking of getting yourself, taking yourself off this train track, and then moving your back leg around. But again, when you pivot, you can do a full quarter if someone is really coming at you, but most of the time, it's going to be more like 45 degrees so that that person's still in front of you. Because I don't want to spin when they're still over here. Okay, so again, step turn, and then hit them wherever they are. So, we're going to go to some body weight now before we finish with one last section, working on our kicking on the bag. Okay, so with these body weight, we got our legs warm. We didn't really use them in this apart from footwork. So we're going to do some exercises, getting our legs involved, and we're going to finish off with some of that kicking on there. Okay, so the first exercise that you're going to do, is you're going to build up your push-ups with the walkout that we did to start with. So you take yourself down, walk out, push up. You'll do 1 the first time, 2, 3, 4, and let's see how high we can get in the 50 seconds that we've got. Okay, but breathe. This is your time to recover. So even though I'm talking, you just want to be there, in through the nose, and if you can do out through the nose as well, That's fine. If you need to come out through the mouth, because maybe your heart rate's a little bit higher, that's fine too. Okay? So again, all the way down, all the way out, and push up. Again, take your time. It's not about how high we can get here, it's about trying to get that full range of motion. So this time, we're on 2 push-ups. So all the way down, and then all the way back. Again, squat position, and stand, and down. This time 3, and all the way back. Again, squat, and up, and now we're on 4. Take your time to push-ups. And all the way in, and all the way up. 5, all the way down. And all the way back in. Finish the one you're on, even after time has gone. Next up, if you're on your back, sit-up punches. So back, up, 1, 2, rotate, try and get your elbow past your knee. Back down, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Back down, 6, 1, 3, 5, 6. Up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, and then back down again. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Back down, back to 8. Try and keep a little bit of a gap between you. So I'm not sitting all the way up and going from here. I'm punching straight and trying to get the elbow past the knee, but I should also feel it when I'm sat up. 6, 5, 6, down 7, not 7, 6, 4, because we're going down. Anyway, jump up, lateral squats. Try and get yourself down to one side, keep this foot flat on the floor. So down, keep it flat, down, keep it flat, down, keep it flat. So you want to try and keep from here, my back nice and straight, stick that bum out, keep that chest proud, and try and keep that position. When you get down to the bottom, just hold it for a second, so you feel a little bit of a stretch. And remember to breathe. And then back up. One more after this. And we're going to go jab, cross, burpee. And down. Okay, so take these 10 seconds. Jab, cross. Hips, chest to the floor. And then stand your way back up. Try and get into that stance. So 1, 2, drop down, back up, land into your stance. 1, 2, down, up, find a new place, back up. Make sure if you want, you can switch stance as well. And then back up. After this, you've got a minute rest. So push all the way through. Nearly there, 10 seconds. And back up. Last one. And up. And relax. Oh. So to start with, we're going to grab onto a wall, because you don't want to think too much about your balance when you're doing these. We're trying to build the strength in the legs. Your posture and position is important, so I don't want to be here or here, but at the same time, take balance out of the equation and just work on the leg. Breathe. And to start with, we're just going to slow down our side kick. So hand on the bag, pivot that foot, lift your knee, and we're going to push, extend, and then pull back in. Again, nice and slow. Off you go. So again, extend and pull it back, and then leave this up. Leave it up. So just nice and slow. Try and make sure your positioning is looking good, so the hips are in line with the shoulders. I'm not bent over. I'm not pushing myself back. I'm just trying to build strength in this leg, as well as stability and strength in that supporting leg. So again, slow motion side kicks, pull back, again out, and pull back, and make sure the knee is going with the foot. So side kicks, my knee goes with my foot, so that I hit whatever it is directly in front of me. Out, and back. Oh, one more. Okay, switch your legs over. So we're going to go left leg this time. Oh. So again, go onto the wall, extend, and pull all the way back. Take your time. One leg will be easier than the other, that's normal. Extend, and pull back. Try to see if you can get a better angle for you. Extend, and back. Extend, and back. Out, and back. Good. Take your time again. Try and get that position, especially if you start to get tired. If you get tired, just hold this position. Don't put the foot down. And as soon as you can, get out and back again. Nearly there. 3 seconds. Okay, this time, first 30 seconds, you're going to make a figure of 8. So back on our first leg, we go out, we can point or we can pull. We're going to try and make a figure of 8. So hold in that position, keeping that leg extended. And then once we've done halfway, so when it gets to 25, we're just going to fire out either side kicks or roundhouse kicks. When it gets to 25, pull it back in, and just fire it out. Again, side kick where I extend forwards, or roundhouse kick where I lift and I flick. Okay? Still relying on the bag so that I can really slow down and exaggerate that technique. So again, opposite leg, figure of 8, finishing with the extension, and then we're going to cool down. So again, leg out, and then up and round. Try and make those 8s different sizes. So I can start big, I can start small, and it's all coming from the movement in my hip. So I'm not moving my whole body, I'm using my hip to control my legs. Okay, last bit, just kick out. Need to keep breathing. Again, I'm not using the bag just so I'm not facing away, but again, you can use that wall just so you can really focus on the extension. Okay, all I like to do from here is just go onto your knees, sit back onto your feet, so flat feet. If you can do this, if you struggle with that, you can go onto your toes, that's fine too. I'm just going to sit, in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose. If you can get out through the nose by now, then we'll go for that. So everything's happening through the nose. Okay. From here, we're going to go onto all fours, and we're just going to thread our arm. So one arm's going to go all the way through, twisting ourselves right through, and then back. Other arm, through, and back, through, and back, through, and back. Flat to the floor, pick an arm to throw out, Opposite leg's going to go over. All the way over and back. All the way over. Really twist through. All the way over. One more on this side. Awesome. Slowly make your way up. From there, circle them hips. Our cool downs are relatively short, so if you want to spend any more time cooling down, stretching off, you can check out another stretching video that we've got if you want to spend a little bit more time doing that. But generally, if you do this and you've got other stuff on in the day, then you'll cool down as you're moving around, okay? But try not to go arms across, try not to go from this, just to sitting down for hours. Try to keep yourself moving, whether it's getting out for a walk or even just keeping yourself moving around, so we're not going to go static and sedentary. I hope you enjoyed that. It's a little bit of technical stuff, a little bit of bodyweight stuff. You should have got a little bit of a sweat on, because we've raised that heart rate. If you need to watch it back to clarify any bits, but the more you start to do these, the more you'll start to get the techniques, and try to get the techniques as good as you can before you worry about how fast or how strong you're doing stuff, okay? And if you do have a bag at home, whenever we're doing the air work stuff, by all means, do it on the bag. I just do it in the air so that if you don't have a bag, you can still see what it looks like. Well done, guys. It was